Olympics, 2004.
So where's that?
Yeah. Oh, she's moved to 97 this year. She moved to Paris. In Morgantown. That's Middlewood. This is another one. It was interview is. She's getting along really quite well. Oh, you know Nancy Wood. Oh, she and I were together finally. She and I were together, and so she bought tickets to lunch and so she knows it. Oh, yeah, it's quite social. Even 97 years old, she's got he retired in January. Maybe like January 4th. Official retirement.
Okay. Calling this unsafe building meeting to order this Thursday, February 11th, 2016. Present are on the board Laura Abbott, Mark Smith, myself, Jeff Downey, and Wire, building inspectors also present. Everybody like to stand, let's do the pledge of allegiance. Mark.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Have you guys had a chance to look over the minutes from the last meeting? Okay. Satisfactory, so I get a motion to approve the minutes from the last meeting. Motion to approve it.
I'll say.
Seconds, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. This hearing was convened in order to do the follow-up on 19 West Washington Street, Morgantown, Indiana. Our party's president to represent 19 West Washington Street, Morgantown, Indiana.
Yes.
Okay, and address your name, please.
Linda Hoff.
And you are the owner of 19 West Washington?
Yes.
Okay.
Can we just to kind of catch up where we left off and make sure we got this right for the record, this actually is the continuation or the continued hearing that was originally convened, what was it, last week, a week ago, Monday? That first? Is that right? Okay, so we had an order requiring action relative to these premises at 19 West Washington dated December 31st, 2015 that was sent to and received by Ms. Hoff as the property owner. She was here on February 1st on the date that was set as the hearing date on that order, and we got into some of the substance of the order, and Tim Geyer made a presentation to the commission explaining his findings and his order. Ms. Hoff then made a partial presentation, and before I think completing that, requested that it be continued to afford her some additional time, I think, to assess the situation and come back to present any additional evidence or argument that she might have. You granted to her the continuing that hearing until tonight. So it's not really a second hearing on the order. It is the continued hearing from February 1st. And I think where we left off was the town has sort of presented the findings and the order, and I think unless Mr. Geyer has anything to supplement, we should sort of pick up where we left off, and that would be evidence and argument and call witnesses, and be represented by an attorney if that's what you'd like. We went through all that last time, but I think at this point it's a matter of just hearing from you what you want these gentlemen to know that may be new or different from what you presented at the February 1st meeting. Is that right?
Yes, that's what I just, follow up. Continue to follow up. Okay, sorry, continue.
And I will say, I did get an email from Rudy Savage, your attorney.
I would like to read it to the board.
Okay.
I have it.
All right.
Hello, Lee. It is my understanding that the outcome of the February 1st, 2016 meeting was that the hearing was continued to February 11th, 2016. My client tells me she has already complied with item 1 of the December 31st letter. She only needs to install a piece of plywood to cover a broken window to be in compliance with item 2. With regard to item 3, she has made arrangements to have the work done by April 11th, 60 days from the effective date of the order, assuming it is confirmed on February 11th, weather permitting. Given the current situation, I don't see the need to have a further hearing. Could we draft an agreed order, outline the agreement, and have the board just approve the agreement on Thursday? Thanks, Rudy Savage. So after the meeting, what? Oh, sorry.
You have the floor, as far as I know. You have the floor.
Oh, okay. So I am here tonight to work with the town. I've always felt like I have, but I would like to have this approved to give me time to continue this walk that I'm on. The awning is completely gone and it's been removed from the property. And if you could work with me, I would appreciate it, with weather permitting, to continue to. I know that you ordered a hearing because there had to be something taken out and removed from the property, which I have done that. So with that said...
Well, unless we ordered the hearing because I don't think you quite, I think we were giving you more time to figure out, grasp the whole situation, I believe, because I think we are trying to work with you. I mean, that's just my opinion. But I guess, and what I see, and of course I don't know if the inspector can see, if he reviewed or something on what I call a breezeway, whatever, the roof on the breezeway. Do you have anything else to say?
It's completely gone.
Like to hear? I understand.
Oh, good, okay.
Just like to hear his findings, or you have more to?
Oh, you have
say
more
right now?
findings? So you have additional findings now?
Oh, I don't know.
No, okay.
Okay, so that part's.
Good. Well, I think where we are is, based on the email, that you're wanting, I think you're wanting to propose a schedule to complete the work under the order. And you certainly do that.
What I was hoping for is, now that I understand the situation, and Mark went out there and looked at it, we evaluated it, and the awning that was there was actually taking all the ice and snow every year, just dumping on top of that building. So I would just like to continue to do my duty as a landowner, and I have a historical site, I have a great piece of property, and I'm excited about the future and getting back in business there and moving forward.
But I think, and I'm not trying to give you legal advice, but I'm just trying to tell you how the process sort of needs to work. I think you either need to ask for some relief from the order, you challenge it that it shouldn't be upheld, and ask for it to be amended or rescinded or something, or ask that it be modified somehow. And that tends to be what happens most frequently. And it sounds like that's what you're wanting based on the email I got, and that would be to change the scope of the work that the order requires, or to afford you a different timetable to get it done. If you want to say, I'm satisfied, not asking for anything, I'll just abide by the order, and I'm here to tell you that's what I intend to do, then that's okay too. But this is your opportunity to ask for something, or propose something if you want to do that.
Well, when I reread I picked up the new letter, and I would like to affirm the order and
Okay.
have the town work with me. I mean, I'm already showing good faith by walking in there and moving things forward.
Okay.
I would like to have an opportunity to have this order affirmed and let me walk my walk and
Okay.
continue to,
Well,
rectify the
that's just
situation
great.
on my property.
But understand, if it's affirmed, then it stands just as it's written right now. And that's okay, but I want to make sure when you say affirm, that that's what you mean.
I guess I'm saying I would like to rescind the order.
Okay?
I mean, I just need this to stop so I can move forward and continue to do things there.
Right. So the proposal that your attorney made, you want to withdraw that?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay, do you have anything more to present?
I don't have anything to present. It is what it is. I think
Okay.
Tim has been out there. He's seen the situation, and we discussed it last week. And
Okay. So nothing more?
I don't have.
No, I mean, she's just looking, weather permitting to look at, to meet the April, work on the April deadline for the building 3.
Okay, but that's different than rescinding the order. That's abiding by the order. Rescinding it means you want it to go away.
I mean, as long as we can, go with the April deadline, then that's fine.
Okay. So then the request would be to amend.
When is the 60 days starting? And when does it end according to
The
what
60
you're
days
referring
starts from the
to?
day you receive the order.
And what day was that? And when's the ending?
I think it was January 13th.
So then we're looking until April, at least in April.
So it would be March 13th would be the 60 days, March 12th, what leap year, I don't know, somewhere around March 13th. And I think, based on what Mr. Savage said, you're wanting 60 days from kind of like right now.
Today, yeah.
Okay.
He ran the numbers from all the certifieds and everything.
Okay.
And legally, he's saying that April 11th would be my deadline according to the papers that he read legally.
Okay. Well, I don't agree with that, but I don't care.
Okay.
I guess what I'm trying to get from you is, are you asking for some additional time? Are you asking that you be given until a certain date to get this done? We need to know so they can respond to it.
Lee, I think I'm a little frustrated and confused right now. I thought I was coming before a board to talk to them, but I come in here and I have an attorney that's running the meeting, and I'm dealing
If you
directly
would
with
rather do
you.
this without my help, I'll sure be quiet.
No, I'm just trying to clarify where I'm
I am
standing.
too,
I
and
thought I could hear from the board and Tim's input,
Okay.
and I'm not an attorney. I mean, I legally don't know. I'm just saying that the letter says I can affirm the order, I can ask to rescind it or modify the order.
That's right. And your attorney has asked that it be modified.
But nobody answered his
And you have
email.
asked that it be rescinded.
No, she read the statement to you and was asking you to abide by what the proposal was.
I understand.
And you could twist it any way you want, but I mean, this is the way she's looking to make it up.
When I asked her what she wanted, she said,
I understand that. We understand
Did
that.
you hear that?
She's looking for
And
60
now I'm sure that
60
isn't what
days.
she wants, and I'm trying to fix it to help
I
her.
think you're confusing the situation. We're looking to extend it until April.
Then that's the request, right?
Yes.
Okay. That's all I need to hear. That's all they need to hear. So, I think what you have before you is a request to extend the date of part 3 of the order to April. April, was it 11th?
Yes.
Okay. So the request would be to modify to extend the deadline from what now is 60 days after January 13th. So March 13th or somewhere in there with the year on, to April 11th. So,
On April the 11th, everything will be done?
well, you'll have to ask her, but I think
Is that what you're saying, that on April the 11th, everything that was listed here that needed to be done will be done? That's a yes, right?
That's a yes.
I guess my question is, okay, you were focusing, if I'm not correct, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. You were talking about item number 3, right?
Yes.
Okay, what about number 2?
Number 2 was about the primary building, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Help me out here.
You're right, security, you have to make sure.
There were accusations that perhaps there were bats in the building when we just, what's number 3?
Item 2, there's a couple boards that need to be installed. One of them is, it seems like there's a lot of material that's falling off the building next to it that's kind of hindering some of the repairs to fixing the windows. But I mean, there's only 2 boards, so that should be done this weekend.
Okay, now I first passed a picture yesterday of a door and a window on the southeast corner. Going down the stairs.
I don't see that being stated in here, a door and a window.
Will prevent water infiltration access into the building by persons, pigeons, rodents, and other birds and animals.
Are you talking about?
But I think you need to be more specific then, because I mean, if there's an open window, that's what we're referring to. If you're referring to the same thing, then we understand.
This says property, doesn't it?
I think it was made pretty clear that
It says the property.
There's only the 2 items that are open as far as we can tell.
There's a window upstairs.
Okay, just to clarify.
Is that on the south side?
Okay, just to let you know, let's get off the window here for just a second.
Oh, okay.
For some reason you're focused on window. There's nothing in here that says window on item 2. It says properties from head to toe.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, we boarded some of
Which
them
would
up.
mean any and all openings that would allow access to humans, birds, anything to make it up in the road allow habitat in it. So,
Correct. I understand.
But back up here again, if they kind of got myself, you're saying that on April the 11th, everything that we've asked, there has been listed here, will be done. Correct?
Yes. If weather permits. If it picks up and we've got snow and ice and, I mean, we can't get it, Mark, we can't get ladders on, is it the south side of the building to get up there because the bricks on the building
West side.
on the west side there's 500 bricks that fell off the parapet wall from the building next door that's piled on my property. We cannot get ladders up there. I would like to, I don't know if the town owns it or they're buying it or what, but the parapet wall fell and the bricks, I had a picture, but my battery died on my phone because I worked all day. But we can't get ladders up in there because of the bricks that are between the buildings that came off the building next door. The parapet wall has actually, if somebody had been there, if I'd been there working it fell, it would have killed me, and they would have probably smelled me before they found me.
That's kind of surprising because it's been inspected.
You should go look at it.
We've
They're
been
there
all through it and all.
in between the buildings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess my question would be, and I'm not, don't think that I'm leaning towards an extension because, I mean, at this time, okay? But let's just say hypothetically, if there was an extension granted, would you be entertaining, no, not just let entertain, just let our inspector with proper notice go through the building at any time?
No.
During the.
My attorney advised me to not do that. And this, maybe he should take over from now, because when he read these letters legally, he states that April 11th is my deadline to comply with what's listed for me to do. I mean, I have the first certification.
And you agree, though, that the first notice was for January?
The first notice, it is confusing. The second notice, I had until February 6th to pick it up, and the first one was January 21st. And then they told me there was a form in there to file an appeal, but then it was later found out that because that awning or whatever it's called had to come down and be demolished, that there had to be a hearing. There is no awning at this point. It's gone. I've taken it away. Took 3 or 4 hours to get it. It was bolted to the building on angle iron.
Was it the chimney still there?
Chimney's coming down, yes. It's the old coal chimney that's up there. But we can't get there until the decking has fallen. And it's unsafe to get there to take that out. So we've secured it inside.
So what's your plan?
We have some work to do.
On the, you're going to take the decking out then? Is that what you're saying?
We're going to replace it, a portion of it. The 1x10s are all busted from all the ice and snow.
Okay. And so you're saying that by April the 11th, everything will be done that was asked of you to do?
Yes.
Okay, at that point in time, on April the 11th, then will Tim Geyer be allowed to come in and inspect it?
I'm confused about the inspection thing when this
I
started.
mean, you're inspecting
digging
the
more
outside.
into it.
You're inspecting the outside, so I mean, yeah, he's welcome to inspect the outside.
Well, see, but an unsafe building, the inside's just as unsafe.
I don't, how did you deem it unsafe?
Well, I guess I'm kind of confused on-
He deemed it unsafe from the outside, basically trespassing, so I assume you could deem it safe the same way.
Okay, I think I'm going to bring my attorney into it then on the statute of what is considered an unsafe building.
I guess, although, I suppose we can have this debate on it.
Right, and I don't want to, so.
I think the order is written the way it is. The request is to extend an additional 30 days to get done everything that's been ordered. I think given the time of year and all, it's a reasonable request. And it seems counterproductive to do this bantering back and forth. If you're inclined to consider the request for an extension until April 11th, then you can make a motion to vote on that. The order is what it is. It stays just the way it is.
Okay, so the order stays the same, it's just the extension of the time.
And it would just be instead of 60 days from the date of receipt of the order, which the green card says was January 13th, it would be extended until April 11th. Yeah, but we need to fashion an order, because we'll have to file a continuous enforcement order too. So, I mean, if you're going to modify the order, we need to do like we did before, where you would make a motion to adopt the findings of the building inspector, or of our enforcement authority as they appear in the December 31st, 2015 order, which he found that the principal had numerous openings. You know, it's right out of the order that the roof structure. Right. So that we would adopt as your order the findings of our enforcement authority as they appear in the December 31st, 2015 order. And we would find that the property owner has appeared at the hearing and represented that that item number 1 of that order has been completed. You would find that the property owner has agreed to perform the corrective action as ordered in the December 31st, 2015 order. Find that the property owner has requested until April 11th, 2016 to complete the corrective work as ordered in that order. So those would be the findings I think you would adopt. And then the motion would be to modify the December 31st, 2015 order to extend to April 11th, 2016 as sort of the deadline for completing all of the corrective action that has been ordered. And I think remove any earlier deadlines. Okay, so in other words, everything would need to be done by April 11th, but the no later than 30 days part, I think, would be removed, so that there isn't a deadline within the larger deadline. It all just needs to be done by that date. Does that make sense?
Now, that's the motion, that's the.
Yeah, well, that would make a motion to adopt that order.
I so move that we adopt the order as explained to us by our attorney.
I'll second.
Any motion's been made and seconded, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
So there will be a written order that will be recorded with the Morgan County Recorder, because that's a requirement in the statute, and you'll get a copy of it. But essentially, what they have voted to do was the order remains the same except for the deadline. And there is not a 30-day deadline to do item number 2 anymore. That's going away. And the 60-day deadline for item number 3 is now April 11th. That is the date, rather than 60 days from any earlier date. So all of it needs to be done by April 11th. But there is no earlier deadline with respect to any of it. Right? Okay? So that's the decision.
Oh, I'm sorry, yes, ma'am.
Yes, what do I do about the bricks over next to my building? There's like 200 to 500 bricks there that came off the building next door.
We'll take a look at it.
Would you? Okay.
Yeah, because I've been through there.
Did you see that somebody put a truck liner back in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, the bricks are, I took a picture and I was going to bring it in, and then my phone started beeping at me.
Yeah.
It's just,
Like I said, we've been all around it, all through that property.
maybe it just happened, you know? It's like, it's just fallen over and down in there. Mark, the reason I know is that it happened to me when the building was occupied. I left the office one day, got in my car, and I heard a loud noise. And there was a pile of bricks about like that the wind was, you know how windy it is. And I had to have the parapet wall replaced and tuck pointed. So the front, the side, and the back's all been tuck pointed with a new roof on top. To secure it. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
See you.
All in favor?
You hiding?
Motion carries. We adjourn.
We signed this, we have to record the continuous recording words. We sent a couple down there, the recorder takes them, and that's their word. Sent this one down there, it had notarized your signature. Because the affidavit.
What's the day today?
Oh,
So like there are different staff members working there.
Take anybody over
Have
there
different
last night?
requirements. So he did
He's talking
sign
about
it,
how her house is.
Becky, you're notary.
And take them over.
Give your seal with
She
me.
saw it.
Oh, she saw it too?
She was nosy, I saw
Yeah.
her.
Well,
If you don't sign it off, I've got a generic.
Probably didn't have a.
oh, a whole bunch of stuff. I saw it.
Did you not line up exactly like this? One way and not accept it the exact same way that.
Haven't talked to her once today.
If you want.
I did go in
He
and
just signed it.
talk to the guy too, and he's gonna.
I saw it.
Oh, you did?
And add on, talk to the site when your commission expires.
Is it good? Did not, because I talked to him. How about I just go get it?
Well, that's okay. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's okay. I think I need to really. I just don't want to incorrectly put a date on there.
But I'd be happy to add that later too, if you don't want to bother going over there right now. You can tell me that
I
you
would
need it.
say,
That'd be all right.
Okay, you wanna do that?
Yeah.
Okay, talk to my boys.
I would say you guys.
There's a room full of them back there.
We can correct it if I'm wrong, and then, send the bill.
well, I thought fines or something would be possibly imposed.
And they're good too.
We probably can't discuss it now that
Okay.
he's.
Well, you know.
So.
Hey, I got a question for you.
Sure.
Does that mean?
he forwarded that to you.
No, I
Oh,
haven't yet.
okay, no, the bank had a question. They'll be no error there.
Did you adjourn?
Yeah.
Nobody. I didn't hear that.